Okay, now that we have learned about our warm and cool colors, we are going to draw a picture using warm and cool colors. Now, we're also going to be drawing a special kind of picture today. We're going to be learning about landscapes. And a landscape is just a fancy word for a picture of the land. So I'm just going to draw some mountains, and it's going to have a sun. Not sure if that's a sunrise or a sunset. You can imagine it to be either one. But for the ground, we're going to use our cool colors, our green, our blue, and our purple or violet. And then for the sun, we're going to use our warm colors, our yellow, our orange, and red. Because the sun, when we look up in the sky and see the sun, it's yellow, isn't it? And then sometimes when the sun is rising or setting, the sky will turn all these pretty colors of orange and red. So the sun is what keeps us warm. So that's how we can remember the warm colors, yellow, orange, and red. And then the grass is normally green, but sometimes it can look blue and purple if it's really far away from us. So that's what's happening here. We've got our green mountain close to us. The blue one behind it's a little bit farther away. And then the purple one is the furthest away from us. So we are going to get ready to start drawing. So when we do a landscape, we want to make sure that our paper is going long, not tall. Okay? Tall is for a different type of picture we'll learn about later. But our long paper is for our landscape. Okay, so make sure your paper's going long. Get your pencil and let's get started. So to draw the first part of our picture, we're going to be starting down here at the bottom and we're going to draw our first mountain. My mountains almost look like something else. What do you think they look like? Do you think they look like a rainbow? It kind of does look like a rainbow. And that's the kind of line we're going to draw. We're going to draw a rainbow line down here at the bottom of our paper. So draw with me. Draw a rainbow line. And that's going to be our first mountain. Does it have to be perfect? Nope. Remember, we're going for ish drawings. This is going to be mountain-ish. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So once I've got my first rainbow line, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make another rainbow line. And it's going to be a little bit bigger than the one I drew first. Okay, now I'm going to draw one more rainbow line for my round, and it's going to be the biggest one of all. It's going to come up and over. Now I've got my mountains, my little one, my medium-sized one, and my big one. And I'm going to color them green, blue, and purple, my warm colors. But I'm not done yet. I need to draw my sun. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to draw a full circle up here. Did I draw a whole circle? No, it's not the whole circle. You can only see a little bit of it. So I'm going to draw a big smiley face up here at the top of my paper. So I'm going to come up here. Now, do I want my smiley face to touch my mountain? Nope, I want to leave some room in between so I've got space to draw the rays of my sun. So I'm going to start up here and I'm going to make a smiley face, which is basically just an upside down rainbow. Super cool. So I've got my 3 rainbow lines here on the bottom, and then I've got my upside down rainbow line, which looks like a smiley face up here at the top. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, watch very carefully. I'm going to draw a little line from the bottom of my sun to the top of the mountain. Okay, so I'm going to start at the bottom of my sun and I'm going to stop at my mountain. Am I going to go all the way down to the bottom of my paper? Nope, it's a little line from the bottom of my sun to the top of my mountain. So watch, I'm going to draw this line straight down. Just a little line. You try it. Okay, now I'm going to come over a lot, okay? Do I want to come over just a little bit, like just a finger? Nope, I want to come over like 1, 2, 3 fingers over, and this time I'm not going to draw it straight down. I'm going to make my line slanted like the side of a triangle, which we call diagonal. So watch, I'm going to start at my sun, and I'm going to go down to the top of my mountain, and it's going to be slanted like the top of a triangle. You try it. Okay, job. Now I'm going to going up my smile, and I'm going to come up about 3 fingers so I can lay 3 fingers down, and I'm going to make me a little dot right there so I know where I'm going to be drawing. And then I'm going to make another diagonal line, and it's going to go over towards the top of my mountain. Now this one, mine's going to go all the way over to the edge of my paper. Look how cool that is. This one's going to be a long ray of my sun. So you get your line drawn. Okay, and I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to come over 3 again. Actually, I'm going to start up here in the corner. And I'm going to draw one more slanted diagonal line over to the edge of my paper. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rays of sun on the right side of my paper. But I'm not finished yet. So get these lines drawn over here on the right, and then we're going to go over and we're going to work on the left. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to find my middle line, and I'm going to come over about 3 fingers. I'm going to make me a little dot, which you guys can't see. A little dot right there. And again, I'm not going to draw this one straight down. I want to slant it like the side of a triangle, diagonal. And I'm just going to come to the top of my mountain. I don't want to go all the way through my mountain. Just going to come to the top of my mountain. So you guys get this one drawn, and then we're going to work on the next one. Okay, again, I'm going to come over about 3 fingers and make me a little dot. Oops, that's okay. I'll color over it. Now, if I had a pencil, I could erase that, but since I'm using a Sharpie, I can't erase, but that's okay. And again, I'm not going to come straight down. I'm going to slant it like the side of a triangle. And this one's going to come over to the edge of my paper. Okay, now I'm going to draw my last line, and I'm going to start up here at the top where my sun meets the top of my paper, and I'm going to draw to the edge of my paper one more slanted diagonal line. And now I've got the rays of my sun shining down on my mountain. So now that I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and put my Sharpie up. So when you are finished, put your pencil up, and then we're going to get ready to color. And while you guys are finishing up drawing, we're just going to go over the colors again just to remind ourselves. The mountains at the bottom are going to be in our cool colors, which are green, blue, and purple or violet. That color has two names, violet or purple. Either one is correct. Green, blue, purple, or violet are the cool colors. The top of our paper is going to be our sun, which is using the warm colors, yellow, red, and orange. So first, we're going to start with green. So once you're ready, open up your supply bag and get out your green marker. And we are just going to do the bottom piece. Let me move mine so we can, I'm going to move mine up here so we can see the bottom of my paper. Okay? We're just going to do the bottom. So I'm just going to do that first rainbow line. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to go right over the first rainbow line that we drew. And then when I'm done, I make sure I snap that cap, put my green marker up, and then I need to find my green crayon. So use your green marker to do that first rainbow line. Snap your cap, put your marker up, get your crayon, and now we're going to color in this first space down here at the very bottom. Our first mountain is going to be green. Now remember, when we color lightly, we color neatly, we stay in the lines, and we fill up the whole space. Don't leave any white spots. Okay, once you're done coloring that section, put your crayon up. We'll give everybody just a few seconds to finish, and then we're going to move on to our next color. Okay, next color is going to be blue. So let's find our blue marker. And we're going to do the next rainbow line. And once I'm finished, I'm going to snap that cap, put my marker up, find my blue crayon. I'm going to color the next rainbow line blue. And again, I color lightly, I color neatly, I stay in the lines, and I fill up the whole space. No scribbling, color neatly. I'm going to twist my paper to make it a bit easier. If you need to twist your paper around to make it easier to color, go right ahead. You don't have to keep your paper facing exactly perfect the way we started out to draw. Sometimes you need to turn your paper so it's easy to color, and that way your hand doesn't start hurting. Your hand hurts when you got your paper twisted the wrong way. But when you're done, put it back to normal so we can see what it looks like. And then I'm going to put my crayon up and give you guys a few more seconds to finish coloring your blue mountain right behind your green one. And then we'll do our last mountain here in just a little bit. Okay, last cool color we have is purple or violet. Purple or violet. So I'm going to do my last rainbow line with my purple or violet marker, whichever color you want to call it is fine. When I'm done doing that, I snap that cap, put my marker up, and find my purple crayon. And then I'm going to color in my last mountain with my last cool color. Color lightly, color neatly, stay in the lines, and fill up the whole space. And if you need to twist your paper as you color to make it easier, go right ahead. You can twist your paper and turn it. You can turn it upside down if you need to. However, it's easier for you to color. Just make sure you're coloring the right section. Okay, now I've got my 3 cool colors, green, blue, and purple. My mountains are done. So take another minute and finish up your mountains, and then we're going to start on our warm colors for the sun. Okay, now let's start with the sun. So I'm going to find my yellow marker, and I'm going to trace that smiley face we drew for the bottom of the sun. When I'm done, I snap that cap, put my yellow marker up, and find my yellow crayon. And then I'm going to color in my sun. Again, twist your paper if you need to. Make it easier on yourself to color. Color lightly, color neatly, stay lines, and fill up the whole space. Okay. Get your suns finished and put up your yellow crayon. Now what we're going to do is we are going to be coloring in the rays of our sun, but we're going to be making a pattern out of colors. So let's look at my example and see what our pattern looks like. We went red, orange, red, orange, red, orange, red, orange. Okay, so we're going to be doing a red, orange pattern. Now, it doesn't matter if we start on this side or if we start on this side. We're just going to be doing red, orange, all the way around our sun. I like to start on the right side and work this way across. That way my hand, my pinky, doesn't get in my marker and my crayons, and I don't smear the colors. But that's because I use my right hand to color with. if you use your left hand to write and color with, you might want to start from the left and go to the right. Either way is fine, but I like to start on the right and go all the way to the left. So I'm going to start here in this corner, and I'm going to start with a red marker. And I'm just going to do that first line red. And then I'm going to snap my cap, and I'm going to find my red crayon, and I'm going to color in this first section red. I'm going to put my red crayon up, and now I need to find my orange marker. Now I'm going to do this next little wedge orange, because that's my pattern. Red, orange, red, orange. So I'm going to outline it with my orange marker, snap the cap, put my orange marker up, find my orange crayon, and I'm going to color this section orange. Okay, now that I got my orange, I'm going to go ahead and move on back to red. Now, if you're working a little bit faster than me and you think you know what the pattern is, you go right ahead and you work faster than me. That's okay. I don't mind if you guys work faster than me. Just remember, we're not in a race to get this finished. We've got plenty of time, and I want to see you guys do your best work nice and neat. So once I outline my little wedge here with my red marker, I'm going to get my red crayon out, and I'm going to color it in. Okay, now that I've done another red section, it's time for another orange. I'm just going to keep following that pattern. Red, orange, red, orange. Once I'm done with my marker, I snap that cap, put my marker up, get out my crayon. Color it one section at a time. That way I don't accidentally lose place in my pattern. So you guys just keep going. Red, orange, red, orange. You start with a marker, outline the space you're going to be coloring. Snap that cap, trade your marker for the crayon of the same color. Right now I'm working on red. Don't forget, we color lightly, color neatly, stay in the lines, and fill up the whole space. And then when I'm done with one, I trade it out for the next color. So now I'm going to be working on orange. Okay, I'm almost finished, but if you are not, that's perfectly fine. Take your time. We are not in a hurry today. We've got plenty of time to get these finished and them look really, really pretty using our warm and cool colors. Okay, I'm working on my last section, but you guys just keep going. Keep your pattern, red, orange, red, orange. Make sure you're snapping those caps every time you put your marker up, because we don't want our markers to dry out between now and our next time we have art. So make snap those caps. That's very, very important. Okay, now I have mine finished, but you may not be finished yet, and that's fine if you're not. We've still got plenty of time for you to get finished. So take your time, make it look nice and neat. Keep your pattern of red, orange, red, orange, red, orange, red, orange, all the way across your paper. And don't forget, today we learned about warm and cool colors. And our warm colors were red, orange, and yellow, like fire or the sun. And our cool colors were green, blue, and purple or violet. Warm and cool. So finish up your pictures and then get all your supplies put away. And I hope you guys had fun. And until next time.